do the best we can with the coffee.
If we are not careful and if we don't make a change to impact positively our footprint, things are going to continue to degrade and continue to get worse.
The reality is we've made a lot of shortcuts through industrial farming in a way that produces a lot but actually doesn't do well for the planet and for the earth.
I work with producers. When I see the challenges that they have, I feel the need to help them because they are up against a lot of issues that they have never faced before.
The drought has affected a lot. We have areas at the farm that are, I would say, 60 to 70% shade area, and that is the one that is surviving very easily the drought that we're having. The part that we have lesser shade, that we have up to 30% shade, was more affected by the climate change, by this drought and the heat wave, because it's not only the drought but also the heat wave.
We were used to have regular periods of rains and droughts, but now it's very random. So now we have to be more resilient and we have to plan before everything. Right now we cannot predict what is going to happen, so it's changed a lot the cost structure of the farm.
Cada vez hay que hacer más prácticas de cultivo. Cada vez hay que diseñar nuevos métodos.
One of the things with the Purity Cool Farm project is the intention of that is to assist the farmers.
Nós, produtores, com toda a cadeia cafeeira, devemos se preocupar muito com a mudança climática, tendo menos impacto na emissão de CO2, utilizando técnicas para ter crédito de carbono, não pensando apenas no dinheiro, mas na natureza em si. Aproveitar o máximo possível do café, desde os antioxidantes, desde do que é bem para a saúde, utilizando técnicas orgânicas, biodinâmicas, para ter longevidade não só da lavoura, mas também da vida humana.
Sharing is really important because you can modify shade according with the conditions. For example, if there is a drought, you can have a lot of shade to protect the plant. The plant will stay fresh.
Avocado itself does not need shade, but it will be the shade provider for the coffee to manage and survive.
Sistemas nuevos como el sistema del biochar, sistemas de mieles de café, reutilizándolas, al compost.
I think regenerative agriculture is a huge step forward to push this change that we need to see in agriculture, but I think that we can go even beyond regenerative and looking at more of how can we actually work or have coffee being produced in harmony with nature.
This product that people drink every single day is actually very good for health.
And we started noticing that people that drink our coffee was not suffering from problems with the stomachs and problems with allergies and that they had with other coffees.
Coffee that has no molds, that has no funguses, that is as clean as possible and as pure as possible.
O café produzido dessa forma, nós estamos garantindo ao consumidor uma qualidade de café que não tenha nenhuma contaminação e que possa consumir com maior tranquilidade.
All those things can definitely impact the quality and also can impact the cleanliness or the health of the coffee bean. And ultimately, when we actually drink that can also impact the lives of people drinking coffee that are not clean.
Making sure your coffee is clean and it's free from heavy metal, pesticide residue. I mean, coffee is one of the most heavily treated crops on the planet. So focusing on the minimizing the negative consequences of the way that coffee can be processed and maximizing the positive processes. So some of those are increased chlorogenic acids, strongyline, cafestol, caryol. How do we farm coffee in a way that maximizes the positive impacts of the coffee, both for the consumer and also the planet?